Thank you guys so much for all your support and love, and we just wanted to share with you what the Lord's been doing in our lives these last few months. And I think for me, I've been captivated by the story of the Israelites and them wandering in the desert, and then in contrast, looking at the life of David and just at they both had a promise, they both had and they both had challenges, and they both saw awesome miracles that God did in their lives. But the Israelites complained, and they got so whiny and didn't really look at the joys and the amazing stories of seeing water coming out of a rock, the splitting the Red Sea. But they complained about what they didn't have, and they wandered for 40 years. And David got promised to be king, and as he was promised to be king, he actually went and served the current king, and then got chased after the king, when the King Saul was trying to kill him. And yet he still stayed true to his walk with the Lord. He still stayed true, and he found people to come around him, and he built his mighty men who actually became the ones that served him when he became king. And it just looks at like the principles of how we react to situations when we find adversity, when we have problems. And there's been times in his last months that there's been issues that I've come across in my life and in other people's lives, and I've truly, sometimes I've actually complained and whined and grumbled, and I can see how that affects my family, my friends. And then there's been times where I've said, okay, this is an adversity, this is a problem, this is an issue, but I chose to look at the good and rise up, and that actually, you build people up around you. And so it's pretty incredible to see how these two stories are very true today. And that's just something I'm learning, is actually to stop grumbling and start just really looking at the situation with the good in mind.